Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Sir Thomas More, and we get to hear from Sir Thomas More today in Act 2, Scene 1. So in the first scene we find out that the English are very upset that foreigners have moved in and are taking all of their stuff, and they're banding together to complain about it. In the second scene we've been in the court where Sheriff More, Thomas More is currently the sheriff, is there along with Justice Shrewsbury and a whole bunch of other people, and they've been going through all of the various trials for the day, and they're like, okay, we've done the important stuff, now we can do the little stuff. So they get to the trial of Lifter, who was a pickpocket, and yesterday we got to hear Shrewsbury saying, well, it's the fault of the people who are carrying around money with them because that tempts the pickpockets to take their purses, even men who wouldn't normally be pickpockets. So it's really the fault of the people that are carrying around, such extravagant sums as 10 pounds. So a bunch of them go off to sort of have a little recess, whatever. And Sir Thomas More talks to Lifter for a minute, and he's like, if you can show me how to pick his pocket, if you can show me how to steal his purse without him knowing, I'll make sure you're acquitted. And Lifter is a little bit nervous about it, but then when Shrewsbury comes back in and Moore goes back out, Lifter and Shrewsbury have a little conversation where Lifter is kind of telling Shrewsbury how you go about picking somebody's pocket, and in the process he picks Shrewsbury's pocket. And Shrewsbury is enjoying this because he feels like it's an educational thing, and he can now teach others how to look out for pickpockets and how to protect themselves and what to look for in terms of, shifty people and those sorts of things. But then everybody comes back in and they're like, all right, it's decided. Lifter is guilty of picking the pockets. Lifter has meanwhile passed Shrewsbury's purse off to Thomas More. They're all like, okay, Lifter is guilty, that means he has to die. Since he has no relatives, let's all pitch in for his funeral. And of course Shrewsbury goes to get his purse so that he can pitch in, and it's not there. So he's like, where's my purse? Where is it? And they're like, you're sure you had it with you? And he's like, yeah, I had it, and it had like 7 pounds, just odd money. It had 7 pounds in it. And Sir Thomas More says, 7 pounds? Odd money? What? Were you so mad, being a wise man and a magistrate, to trust your purse with such a liberal sum? 7 pounds. Odd money. For God, it is a shame with such a sum to tempt necessity. I promise ye, a man that goes abroad with an intent of truth, meeting such a booty, may be wrought to that he never thought. What makes so many pilferers and felons but these fond baits that foolish people lay to tempt the needy miserable wretch? Should he be taken now that has your purse, I stand to it, you are guilty of his death, for questionless he would be cast by law. 'Twere a good deed to find ye as much more to the relief of the poor prisoners, to teach ye lock your money up at home. So it's basically the same speech that Shrewsbury made yesterday. Shrewsbury was victim shaming, and Thomas More is now pointing out how ridiculous that is, that he should be victim shaming. It's like, you had 7 pounds in your purse, and that was so tempting to somebody. Like, you shouldn't be carrying around that much money. People who wouldn't normally do these things were tempted by your 7 pounds, so they took it. And, whoever it is that took your purse and is going to be sentenced to death, you're the one that's going to be responsible for that person dying because you weren't smart enough to leave your money locked up at home. And Shrewsbury's like, okay, I see what you did there. And they decide that Lifter should not be sentenced to death. He's allowed to go free, and Sir Thomas More returns the purse to Shrewsbury with all of the money still in it, and that is the end of Act 1, Scene 2. So what we've learned from this is that Sir Thomas More is clever and not afraid to mock authority, which I'm sure that's going to come in handy later. Anyway, we'll see. Come on back tomorrow for more. Mwah.